Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Synwood podcast. And
Okay.
I told you I'd do it.
I mean, you did, yeah. Alright. It has been a
Hello,
while
everyone.
since we've, actually recorded. It has been so long.
It's been a bit.
We don't really have an excuse for that. We just don't really have much time to record.
That, and also, we kind of keep forgetting.
Yeah. We just sort of forget to for a long time, and then we're like, oh, hey, we should record someday, and we're like, I can't. And then the other one's like, I can't, I'm busy. And it's like, oh.
And
then we just forget for another few days.
Weeks on end. Yeah.
Yep, that's what happens.
It's good to be back, and
I actually really
we got a lot.
I really miss recording, actually.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So,
in between,
let's do that.
In between recording, I got a new dog, and then her dad got out of prison. And then took her back. And I didn't think that he would be out of prison so fast.
What happened?
Okay, so my uncle owns a dog, and then he got sent to prison for something that I won't go into.
Okay.
And then, so obviously we get the dog, because where else is the dog gonna go? The pound? That's not gonna go well. So my grandparents say, oh, we'll take care of the dog, and then we get the dog, and then that didn't last long, because he got out of prison fairly quickly for some reason.
Yeah.
And then just took the dog back. And, I was so eager to talk about it on the podcast because I thought we were going to have her for a while. But it was just a few weeks.
Yeah. Hold on.
She was, she did not she doesn't like men.
No, I get that. My dog, who I'm pretty sure you already know, is also named Lily, but spelled different.
Is it Lily?
She has an Lilli.
Aw.
It was my mother's idea, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Why does your mother do the weirdest things?
I don't know, but for a while she was also extremely sexist and just hated men. Right, I mean, she was always fine with me and my dad, but, anyone else who came over, no. She still really does not like my dad's dad. Though it does look like she's warming up to him a little bit, so that's good.
My uncle's dog only didn't really like men because of him. Which I think speaks volumes.
Damn.
So, she was okay with, kids. She liked kids.
Yeah.
But, if...
That's the same with, my dogs, too.
She doesn't like my grandpa.
They don't know what The thing is, my dogs don't know what personal space is, but they do like kids. They get along well with the youngins.
My cats don't like me.
Cats don't like anyone ever. I swear to God.
I mean, one of my cats, who I'll say her name, Sakura. Sakura, she chooses when to like me.
Yeah, no, I get that. Again,
but that's just
I have
all
a cat
cats.
like that too. Yeah, I have a cat like that too who we could not come up with a name with, so we just call him Cat. Because I think I've told you this story too. We thought he was a girl at first, so we named him Mabel, because we were supposed to get a girl kitten from the litter. but we ended up getting the wrong cat instead and figuring out that, he was a guy, but we couldn't come up with any good names. So I just started calling him Cat, and then everyone else just started doing that too.
One of my friends
But,
in real life has a cat named just Drama Cat because I think it's a he, but they thought it was a she. So yeah, like that. But it was just because
I get Drama Queen. That's fine.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, Drama Cat. They got evicted.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think evicted. They got kicked out by their landlord because of the cat. Which doesn't make any sense because they got kicked out of their house, not of their apartment, of anything. They got kicked out of their house because their landlord was like, hey, we don't like this cat. And then they're just like, screw you, we're just gonna move. And then they, over the next few months, just moved to a different house.
What the fuck?
And took the cat with them. Which I really respect, but that also means that they're really poor now. Because they had to buy a new house in California.
Yeah, that's normally a pretty tough thing to do.
Yeah, not only is it really hard, it's just really expensive. Really expensive. Well,
now that we're talking about poor, I want to go over to what we all got for Christmas.
Oh.
Because I'm sure that has made many families broke, including my own.
Mine too. Do you want to go first? Because you actually got things.
Sure, yeah, I'll go first. So, I'll start off with the best gift. Yeah, I'll start off with the best gift that I got, which is some epic Eddie Bobak merch. I got that Yikes shirt, and it makes me so unbelievably happy. I love it so much. I don't know why. It's so stupid. But I think that's kind of the point, and I think that's why I love it so much.
It's nice to hear that Eddie Birdbeck merch makes you happy. I thought you were going to talk about, one of the other things you got.
No, I got other things too. I got the one thing that I asked for, which, for those listening who's not really that big into music or stuff, I won't get too much into it, but I ended up getting an analog synthesizer. Already, people's heads are spinning.
Yeah, 3 people just left.
Called the Novation Bass Station 2. I've seen everywhere. It's a really good, cheap synth to get, so I thought it would be a good first one, and I actually got it. The problem, I can't use it. I don't have an audio interface, so FL can't pick up that it exists.
It's weird though, because you showed me over screen share that it knows that there's MIDI notes, but it's not doing anything with them.
Yeah, because it's not able to generate the noises out of the MIDI signals that it's getting, because it's not recognizing what it's from, I think. So if I was to hook it up to an audio interface, that could actually help it recognize the sound coming from what's being sent through. I don't know how the fuck any of that works. I'm not gonna lie, but it's still really cool to have it, and I've messed around with it with an amp and stuff, and it works fine. It's really cool. I just can't do too much with it right now, but that's okay. My birthday's not even in a few months, so I won't have to wait that long, hopefully.
My birthday, I don't know how. It's in exactly 7 days. As of recording this.
Oh, I didn't know that. So okay. It's in exactly a week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's on Monday. It's on the 4th.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm actually excited for my birthday because I'm gonna get nothing. Because my birthday is so close to Christmas, and it makes me sad.
Other things that I've gotten, I have a G502. I never asked for this, but it's cool to have because it's a lot better than the other mouse that I had. I still think it is the most grossly overrated mouse in existence, and I will not back down from that claim.
It's
But I'm not saying it's bad at all.
It's a good mouse. Like it's a really good mouse, but the problem is that it's overpriced.
Well, not just that, but also everyone always thinks it's just the best mouse in existence.
It's not.
And I
It's
really
not.
Don't think that's
It's
true.
not.
Yeah.
You can get better for less, honestly, but it's not a terrible mouse.
Yeah. It's not bad at all, definitely. But this is like my first like actual gaming mouse, I guess.
Mm.
Only one that I've had with more than 3 buttons.
My mouse right now has 3 buttons. Or
okay, no wait, no, that's a lie.
No, it has 5.
I had the MX Anywhere 2. That has the back and forth buttons on the side of it.
Yeah, I have those.
That has 5. Yeah, and every mouse like every newer mouse has those.
The problem with my mouse, and this is gonna make a lot of mouse nerds like really mad. First of all, my mouse came with the keyboard, like in the same Bluetooth port. I can already hear them screaming. Second of all, the sides of them aren't rubber; it's plastic, and it's like got the bumps.
Oh no!
So it's plastic. It's plastic on the side, not rubber like a good mouse would be. And it's got the bumps inward, like into the mouse to help to grip a little bit, but it doesn't do much.
Yeah, I get that.
Whereas the mouse that I can't use right now, which is it's just a Logitech, almost silent mouse. It's really quiet, like versus just. Which I can't use the silent one right now because I have 2 little USB ports. I think it's the M330, which is it's really quiet and I like using it when I don't have to record anything.
Yeah.
So I got this mouse several months ago.
Yeah, I think the problem with this mouse right now is it's just like I'm not really used to the shape of it because I keep accidentally pressing buttons that I don't mean to press. So like I'll accidentally up the DPI for it when I'm just trying to click something, and then I end up like lowering it too much, and I have to fix that shit, and it's just like But I'm a very strange person when it comes to sensitivity. I think my default right now is like 1900 DPS, which feels fine for me. That's about what I like. But and I get that's very like non-uniform and kind of strange. But yeah. But I think so far I definitely do like the feel of this. I might still like the MX Anywhere 2 a little bit more.
That's probably just because you're so used to it.
Yeah, that not only because am I really used to it, but also it's I don't know, just something about like these just like plastic like streaks through the G502 just feel off to me sometimes. Though I do really like how it lights up when audio plays because I have it set up to do that and it's cool.
Oh yeah, like when I talk and it flashes green or whatever.
Yeah, so I have it set to have a very very dim purple, very very dim, as like the base, and then it'll flash green when louder noises are being played. So like it'll have this gradient from like a deep blue to like a slightly bluish green, and it's really pretty.
I don't even know if I did anything, but
wait, do it again.
What do you mean by bass? Like bass frequency or quiet?
Well, it goes from quiet to loud, but you can set it to only pick up bass frequencies, and you can set the threshold for what it counts as being readable, I guess. Though I have been messing with that and I haven't noticed that much of a difference. I don't know if that's only like a wireless thing because I have it plugged in. I just prefer wired mice, honestly.
I
That's just my
hate
thing.
that I have a wireless mouse.
The thing is, like, again, MX Anywhere 2, for being wireless, has, like, surprisingly low latency. Surprisingly low. And though I would also guarantee that the G502 is exactly the same way, I still prefer to have it plugged in, like, just in case. It's because I like having, like, as little delay as possible.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, yeah. And also, I don't know what it is about it. It just, I don't know. I like the look of it when it's wired. But on to other things. See, what else did I get? Oh yeah. So we went to my grandpa's house, and my uncle gave me a $10 McDonald's gift card and a box that was completely empty.
Was it supposed to be empty?
Yeah. He wrapped up a box with nothing in it and gave it to me, and it was just like, here, have your box of air. And I took it home with me, and now it's just sitting on my desk.
Honestly, he could have, like, if you were young enough, he could have gotten away with, like, saying, this box has, like, space in it. Like, I went up to space for you. There's, like, air from space.
Yeah. The thing is, my grandpa is, like, a really funny person, honestly. Like, he's not too social, though he does like to pull stuff with, like, me and my sisters. So, like, he did this thing where he put down a couple cards and said, don't draw the Joker. And but he said it to where both cards were Joker cards.
Wait, did he tell me about this?
He later said, well, no, because, like, he showed me after I already picked one. But he said a clever person would go out, grab a piece of paper and actually draw a Joker. A gullible person would pick up one of the cards. And I'm like, and like, in my head, I didn't realize it at the time, but when I got home, it clicked. He said to not draw a Joker card. So, I think he kind of failed at his own joke. But, like, I completely get what he was trying to do, and that's really funny.
I can't believe he would fail at his own joke. I feel like he...
I mean, he has a lot of stuff like that. He always pulls, like, bait and switch jokes like that.
I feel like he realized that he messed up the joke, but didn't want to say anything because that would ruin the joke.
Yeah.
So he was just thinking, like, I hope he didn't notice.
He's part of the reason why I feel like us autistic people are actually insanely funny. Because I believe that we both have, like, high functioning, but his is more severe than mine. So, yeah. I mean, granted, he is, like, insane. Granted, he does have speedrun world records and is...
Oh, that uncle. Oh.
Chess. Yeah, same dude. Yeah, he's insanely, like, good. He's one of my biggest inspirations.
I wish he talked on stream.
Yeah.
I wish.
I mean, he has a pretty monotone voice. I'm not gonna lie. Though again, that is just because he isn't a very social person. He does use Discord because
Can I get his tag?
And I know this because, like, he left at one point, but, like, left his computer on, and I walked past his room and I saw that he had Discord open, and I'm like, huh.
Did you get his tag?
No, I didn't get his tag.
Damn.
I don't. I'm pretty sure he would hate having his own, like, he would hate having his nephew on Discord.
That would suck. just like every once in a while they message you and it's like, my mommy told me to tell you like this.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey, mom messaged you on your phone.
Like,
go look at it, you nod. And he would
he'd probably say who you call a nerd.
He would honestly, he would probably just respond, new phone, who dis.
Okay. Okay.
He's like, I've seen like a couple of the messages from him having Discord open. He has like he has like formal like capitalization and punctuation and stuff, though he does like still like joke around with people. So yeah, he would definitely still pull stuff like that.
I think I know someone who
And
does that.
That's why I'm. Yeah.
Who like does proper punctuation, but like is a really jokey person.
Yeah. I guess I'm not. I don't want to reveal too much, but the person that I'm interested in at the moment, she's definitely one of those people. Though she is also like insanely caring, and it makes me really happy. Yeah, I have to keep clearing my throat. No. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Why is this actually helping clear my throat?
Oh no. Ah.
What the fuck? Will
Where do my Pringles go? Where the fuck do my Pringles go?
I don't got Pringles.
Sweetie, have you seen my fucking
stacks.
Pringles?
I got Lay's stacks.
why?
I
Why?
don't know, it's just what my mother got.
Why
It's
did
just
your
what my mother
mom
got.
get you Lay's stacks? She got you the off-brand Pringles.
Did you call Lay's off-brand?
No, but the Lay's stacks are off-brand Pringles, and you can't tell me different.
I guess I suppose that's true. Though Oreos are just off-brand Hydrox cookies.
Okay, listen here, and you listen good.
Am I wrong though? Am I wrong?
Yes,
How?
because the Oreo got the most stuff, and the Hydrox cookies don't.
But the Hydrox cookie came first, idiot.
Yeah, but it don't got the most stuff. Idiot.
Idiot.
Idiot. You imbecile.
Listen here, idiot.
You fucking imbecile. Like, okay. We don't know what we're talking about, like, at all.
you imbecile.
You imbecile. Oh, that's even worse than imbecile. Imbecile.
Yeah,
That's even
yeah.
worse. That's even worse. I don't like that.
Listen here, you fucking imbecile.
Imbecile. We should probably move away from imbecile and go back to Christmas.
Yeah.
Back to Christmas stuff. Did you already say what, like, everything you got?
I said everything major. I did actually get a new keyboard, and it does light up, but it's only like a static like thing, so it just goes from green to blue, like from one side to the other. Which and you know, obviously it goes through like red in the middle and the. But like you can't. The thing is with this keyboard, you can't really fault it for not being the best, because it came from a family business apparently, and they.
Is it local? What's wrong with me? Of course
I'm not sure, but with the keyboard came a note saying thank you for supporting our family business, and they sent a gift card along with the keyboard itself.
So, like, trying to get you to come back, I guess.
Well, I don't think that, but I think it's just like a I think they just did it as like a hey, thank you for supporting us. Here's a thing. So that's cool.
Because, like,
That's really, I guess, everything major that I got.
I for Christmas got a hell of a lot of socks, but that's not the good part. Right next to me, a bunch of Swiss Miss K-Cups. And
Oh.
in my wallet, even though I spent most of it, a grand total of $320.
Holy shit.
That was like 3 times the amount that I normally get. Because normally, like, from all of my relatives and my family, I get just like 100.
Yeah.
Or, like, when I was even younger, I used to get 50. One year I bought a scooter.
All the money that I really got was like a $20, like $20 in cash from my dad's dad, which I'm not complaining at all. I mean, I have a credit card. I can just use this.
I wish I had a credit card.
Yeah. Though my mother did say if I actually do spend anything on the credit card, I could just kind of I could pay my mother by giving her the $20 in cash. So I could yeah. Because I think this is the same card that not the same card, but same type of card that my mother uses, and I think they're connected to like the same thing. I could be wrong about that, but I'm not.
So
sure.
it's 2 different credit cards, but they're connected to the same like bank account.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Also, with the money that I got for Christmas, computer nerds are about to be like really happy because I spent my money on the start of a PC build. Currently I have purchased a let me make sure that I don't like actually get this wrong, because I got a power supply and a CPU. To all you non-computer nerds, this is gonna be just really boring, so I'll try not to go too into it. But for all you computer nerds, for the power supply, I got a EVGA Supernova 650 watt gold power supply and a i5 10400. And that is all I will say before the rest of our viewers leave.
I was also actually just spacing out. While you were listing stuff. I do need like an actual computer though, because the one that I'm using right now, which you already know, but viewers don't. I have an HP Envy 3-in-1.
Okay.
Which sucks trash. But the thing is, this was a gift from my grandpa, who already had it for like years. So this is an old computer that got freshly reset for my own use. But it also did come with the keyboard and mouse, which the keyboard I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's okay. I've only recently started running into issues where sometimes it'll delay the inputs for it.
The PC nerds are immediately mad because you said that you have a PC,
and then the mouse,
or a HP PC.
And then I know. I really, honestly, HP PCs aren't all that
yes, they
bad,
are.
but there's some that are just trash. No, some of them are just absolute trash. Some are okay.
My parents got us like a $500 HP PC. That was like it was a pre-build, so like I had
so immediately not the best choice.
Yeah. It was a pre-built HP for $500 that blew so much ass that like it can't run Roblox. Like it can barely even run like a browser. It's that bad.
Yeah, honestly, I'd probably just kind of cheap out and go for like just a Dell. Honestly,
Dell isn't the best option, but I'd say it's better than.
It's no, that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's a good like, it's just a good, easy to get PC that runs decently, and doesn't have too many problems. Again, definitely not the best. It's always best to go with a custom build.
Yeah.
But I don't really have the money for that, nor do I know how to set up a computer. So.
Oh yeah.
And even if I did have that, I also don't have like an actual monitor for it.
Can I just say advice to our viewers for the future? First of all, do not buy pre-builds. Do not buy HP. Do not buy laptops.
I've learned that mistake multiple times. I've learned of
Just
that mistake.
do not buy laptops. Like, I get it. You want something that's portable. I understand that. But first of all, those can get up to scalding temperatures. Like, they can get really hot really fast. They have terrible battery most of the time. They're really expensive for stuff that you could get.
Okay, so here's my thing for it. If you are trying to do stuff for business, just get one with a good fan, and you really don't need like anything else, because doing business is not really that intensive. If you plan for gaming, do not get a laptop at all.
Do not get a laptop. Do not get an
If you-
HP.
if you-
Do not like if it's an HP laptop. No.
I think. What was my last laptop?
Just like
Oh fuck.
for laptops, like
You know what? Now I know the problem with my old. Well, no, it could be. Fuck. Hold on. Wait a minute.
are you trying to remember your old laptop?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember we got. Okay, so before you completely judge me on this,
Okay.
we got it for like
Okay.
only like $100.
100.
Because we were looking for something to get,
Was it used?
and no, actually, someone had bought it, but then returned it like not even like a few minutes later because it wasn't the one that they were really looking for, and they accidentally just got the wrong one, so they returned it with a full refund. But because it already left at the store and came back, we could buy it for a discount.
For 100.
So
What was stock price for that? What was the?
I think it was around like $300 on its own.
That's the problem.
Which is, yeah.
That is way too cheap for a computer.
It was a laptop.
Well, it's still too cheap for a laptop.
It was an HP laptop.
Okay, then yeah. I leaned back in my chair the second you said "Don't judge me." I'm still leaned back. There.
But I already told you we got it for insanely cheap in terms of a laptop.
Yeah.
And we were just looking for something. We didn't care what, because I had nothing. My previous laptop, it was a Lenovo ThinkPad, but and it would have worked fine. But the problem is they had a series of faulty motherboards, and my laptop ended up with one of them, and it ended up frying the hard drive. So that's why I had nothing, and we were just looking for whatever the fuck to replace it. And that's how I ended up with easily the worst laptop of my entire life.
Like, first of all,
But I am surprised with how long it lasted, because it lasted up until I ended up like completely breaking the screen. I don't remember how I did that. Oh no, I remember. Okay, so we were actually, it wasn't actually my fault. We were rearranging the room, and my dad was planning to like move my desk from one place to another, but he ended up saving that for later. And while moving stuff, okay, this takes a lot of explaining. So,
all right.
when I was younger, we didn't have really enough money for birthday parties. So what we used to do is we used to go bowling instead. Because I love bowling. Yeah, and so I got that like birthday bowling pin that they always give you, that people sign and stuff, and you can kind of just set it up somewhere. And we were arranging stuff in my room, and my dad put it up on the top shelf. He didn't make sure it was actually stable, and ended up falling over directly onto the laptop. And I am surprised the screen did walk. It still walked, like the laptop still functioned, but half of the screen was absolutely unreadable.
Is that the context of the video you
And
posted? Because I remember I saw a while ago, like, you opened the laptop and you're like, it's dead, and like half of the screen was just broken.
Oh no, that was like a month after that happened, because I still had to use the laptop because I had nothing else to use, and we had no money to buy anything else. So, I was stuck with that. Like, and like you could immediately see like just how absolutely scuffed my setup was for so long, and how I still kept trying so hard with YouTube. At the time,
You tried so hard with that.
I tried so hard. I accidentally played a little bit of audio from Hey, there's some pretty cool bananas. Oops.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm looking through my YouTube channel right now, and that ended up playing, and I'm. Oops. That's in the audio recording now.
Just the hey, those pretty cool bananas, like the start of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun to listen into. Like when I'm looking over the audio.
Yeah, but like. In between why content doesn't come out often anymore and laptop finally gave out, the 13 videos in between that, I had to walk with a broken screen.
My God. You were.
That was when I was that was when I beat Lunar Dream, Cybon Action 1 and 2, Mechanical Showdown, Aqueous by Woogie, Dimension Machine, and that was when I was working on building Ricochet Love and Shoreline, and that was when I started up a Let's Play with the with the Goldcraft texture pack that was still a work in progress at the time.
I miss the.
And I honestly, actually, no, I think that even before the why content doesn't come out video, like, there was still a few videos that I made with it that had the broken screen, but I didn't say anything about it because it wasn't all that big of a problem, but like the screen legitimately just kept getting worse. Like, there was a mass of dead pixels, like I think it was on the top left of the screen, that just, as I kept using the laptop, slowly grew and got larger. It was an expanding mass of dead pixels. Just a void of black, slowly consuming the display.
I miss all the like all the IRL stuff. Like, my sister is good at violin. Welcome to percussion. After
Yeah. I really want to do stuff like that, but my sister hasn't been wanting to do videos like that recently, which really makes me upset because I don't like doing stuff like that on my own. I think my humor works best when I'm working off of other people.
Yeah.
But also, yeah.
I feel like that's just humor for a lot of people.
Sometimes I'm actually funny, because my Pokemon Platinum playthrough was kind of funny.
It's hey dickhead.
I still need to finish. I still need to. Yeah. I got dickhead. I had the whole. I'm looking for God. That can't be God because it's a woman bit.
I remember that. I remember, like, I was just talking to you on stream, and you're just like, oh, that can't be God, it's a woman, and then you just, like, started laughing. I remember that on stream. That was a really good bit.
It was really funny. I still need to continue that. But now is not the best time for, like, streaming and stuff. Yeah, I really do wish that I could, like, keep, working on YouTube and stuff, but I still need a lot of things to be set up before I can really start grinding on that again.
All I really need is a PC, and then I'm good.
Yeah, I need a good PC that won't lag whenever I play any game ever. Because like again, GD like has just horrid like frame drops that last like 20 minutes at a time.
It is terribly optimized, yeah.
Well, no, it's not just that, but also like it like I'm not talking about like when I'm at like even playing in levels, like when I'm just in the like it's in general when I'm in the main menus, when I'm in the editor, when I'm doing anything in the game, anything at all, my frame rate will be bad no matter what level I play. You know, and like again, sometimes it runs perfectly smooth. Sometimes I can play something that's, you know, object intensive, it works perfectly fine. But then like in 10 minutes I'll only have like 20 frames a second, and it's so bad. I think it's sometimes easy to see in like a couple of videos, but it's never really too noticeable. I don't know.
Fuck, what do we talk about? Uh-oh. We have run out of ideas.
Oh no.
I guess we could, even though I don't know that you do it much, I've been getting into chess recently.
I haven't been playing chess too recently, but I do really enjoy. I do enjoy it in general.
I absolutely suck ass at chess.
I'm okay at it. You'd think with my uncle, like, having so many trophies from being in so many different championships, like, his, you know, that, you know, I would pick up on some of that. No. He doesn't like playing chess with me all that much.
I'm terrible at chess, but I feel like I honestly don't have an excuse for that, because I'm for some reason really good at finding out like who it is in Among Us and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm somehow really good at that, but I'm really terrible at. I guess it's just detective skills. I'm really good at detective, not good at strategy. That's probably it.
Yeah, that might be it. I don't know. I mean, I've always found a lot of fun in like OTS games and stuff, because I do like strategy in a lot of games, and that also might just be a reason why I'm actually supportive of like the 1.9 combat system for Minecraft. Because I legitimately think like
they ruined it
in terms of just
over time. Like in 1.16, it's
like with the newer snapshots.
There's an entire PvP meta where you have more mobility in 1.16, but you have more like combat advantage in 1.9. For example, on
it's I don't know, it's very, very strange, because like again in like 1.16 it's they haven't changed too many mechanics, but like especially with like the newer snapshots that they're going to do for 1.17 with the new revamped system, I think some things for the new system are just really stupid. I think they are just dumb.
I saw a video a while ago on YouTube that explained that in 1.9 you can't jump from, like, you can't jump up a block like onto a platform that's a block higher if you're standing on like an enchantment table, but you can in 1.16.
Yeah.
So like things like that have created this weird meta in the PvP community, which I don't understand.
Again, it's very, very strange.
Yeah.
But as again, you know, that I wrote like an entire essay in Ant Venom's comment section when he was reviewing the new stuff, like the new changes to the combat system, and basically I was just saying how I feel about them.
Honestly,
and
I obviously haven't read all of it because it's so long, and I can't be bothered to read all of it.
Yeah. But I'll basically just sum it up then.
You could make an entire video about it.
Potion usage has been reduced from taking 2 seconds to use to only a single second.
Oh.
So basically you can chug potions a lot faster now.
I didn't know that, actually.
And that is probably it's literally the first thing that I like state as like a big problem.
Because like are you talking from a standpoint of it's unfair to the 1.9 players?
No. Okay, so I'll tell you how basically my issue with it. And I guess I'll just read an excerpt from what I wrote before.
Okay.
The new speed at which potions can be used is absurd and turns combat from a dance of avoiding and blocking attacks while also finding opportunities to deal damage yourself, and dumbs it down to who has the most potions, and it ruins the entire flow of combat. Outside of PvP, it'll make mob battles much easier, further reducing the difficulty of the game, even when it's already at its lowest difficulty in its entire lifespan. The way that they were handled before was a risk and reward and made sense. You could just have a splash potion, which was easy access, but you also had risk of also splashing
the opponent,
your opponent with it. Yeah. Or if you're using a homing potion, you have risk of homing yourself. Or you could also just have a normal potion, which takes a little bit longer, but you are almost guaranteed a longer duration for the potion. And also, you have no risk of affecting your opponent with that. And it makes a lot of sense as, again, more of a risk and reward system, basically figuring out what potions at what scenarios you would need to use.
Yeah.
And that was it. There was nothing else to it. There's no strategy to it because potion usage is so easy now. You can just drink a potion super quickly, or you can, continuously chug potions quickly. Because they stack now, too. They stack to 16.
They stack potions now?
Yeah, potions stack now. 16. 16 per stack.
Oh my god, that's so OP.
That is insanely overpowered. Yeah, the strategy is gone, as now you can just take a stack of potions to use them more quickly, further dumbing down the system, and greatly overpowers them to the point of breaking the strategy of combat entirely.
I feel like the whole stacking thing in Minecraft is so fundamentally more different than in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because
I am glad that they added stacking to a lot of items compared to a lot of older versions, because not being able to stack doors of food, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, food, I guess, at the time of Minecraft made sense because there was no hunger system, and the game was also meant to be a lot more difficult, which I kind of miss, honestly. I miss it being a difficult game, but that's besides the point.
We should stream beta together sometime.
Dude, I would love to do that. Or, even going back to, 1.6, honestly. It's so much more difficult than it is now. Because everything was built around the very, very simple combat system at the time, which I'm not saying is bad. I think that the 1.9 system is better in a lot of ways, though not perfect, obviously. Yeah. But definitely the old system of combat, the old one, it definitely has, its fans, and I completely understand why. It's very good for quick combat, for stuff that's just simple and fun to watch, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But going back to the list of problems, bows, they now have 100% accuracy. There is no slight drift to them at this anymore.
What the hell?
As long as you don't hold them for too long, which I think is about 3 seconds, you'll have 100% accuracy with your bow.
Bow spamming just got a lot worse.
Yeah. But yeah, that's exactly my issue. And
I feel like you should have to hold longer to increase accuracy. because that would also discourage bow spamming.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, that would make so much sense. Why not have it be the opposite way around?
Yeah, because
would,
that makes sense.
Again,
both...
offer some sort of that would again offer some sort of risk and reward. Just take a little bit longer if you don't want to miss your shots. It makes sense.
Yeah, and also that has it makes sense in the real world too.
Yeah.
Because by then you're more ready to fire, so you're probably going to be more accurate if you take a little bit versus just pulling out an arrow and then instantly shooting.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna kind of just read off the rest of the thing because we're already more than halfway through the actual ranting that I've done, with bows being the next big problem. Bows having a small range of drift is what balances the bow with how useful and powerful it is. Having an 100% accuracy every shot greatly empowers it, which, in my opinion, is overpowering it to a fault. I know a lot of people may feel that the crossbow makes the normal bow obsolete. I don't agree with that at all, honestly. Again, kind of risk and reward.
Yeah, you take so long to pull back. And then you have to fire, that, and also, you can't spam with it. You literally can't, which is good.
Not only that, but also again, I feel crossbows great for having again, just getting off that quick preloaded shot at first, and then using a bow for quicker shots for in exchange for accuracy damage.
Yeah.
And and all that, and not being.
And also, I feel like the whole thing where you can pull down the crossbow and then get off of the crossbow and use your sword for a bit, and then pull it out and fire is so cool.
Yeah, exactly. Again, there's such strategy to it.
It's so cool and
super interesting.
And
yeah,
it's so much different than the bow, even though it's fundamentally the same.
Yeah, in terms of very, very basic ideas, it is pretty much the same weapon, but in terms of how it's used, it is extremely different, and that is the entire point of it. You're supposed to use them in conjunction with one another.
Yeah.
One does not replace the other because of the way that they are used.
Yeah, the crossbow is slow on purpose, but it's really accurate.
Yeah. And as I stated, normal bows still have potential to do higher damage per second than the crossbow.
Yeah, the crossbow is slow, but really accurate. The bow should be fast, but less accurate. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and again, with having the bow being very overpowered now, with having bow spamming be a legitimate strategy now, the crossbow almost feels pointless.
Yeah.
Which I get was, again, how some people felt when the crossbow was introduced into the game, but I already explained how I feel. That I don't think that's the case at all. Again, they're tools to be used with one another, but having the bow be so overpowered now compared to how it was before makes the crossbow kind of just...
Yeah.
But then the new regen system as well, which I don't think it's
What's the new regen system?
So the new regen system is, so you know how you will heal hunger if you have more than 9 things of it? Now, with how much hunger you have, there was no, okay, the saturation boost in health you get is gone. You don't heal hearts faster for having full hunger. Higher saturation.
That is
it is
bullshit.
But it is but it is now still faster than how it was in default.
That's so bad.
So instead of right now instead of healing every 4 seconds, not only is the boost for 1 second each half heart is gone, it is now just a steady pace of healing every 2 seconds.
That sucks.
And I don't feel that's satisfying at all. That honestly, it's not too big of a deal until you then realize the hunger cap for healing is gone too. You will consume a lot more hunger healing now.
So wait, are you telling me that I can heal at 3 hunger bars?
You won't starve from healing. I don't think you starve from healing.
No, but are you saying that I can, like, at 5 hunger bars, I can heal? Because if so, that is entirely bullshit, and I don't like that.
I think that is the case.
Also, the whole saturation being gone ruins, like, the entire healing meta.
Yeah, exactly. And again, as I say, that again still makes the game so much easier in ways that dumb down combat and the way that players handle said combat. And it just makes absolutely no sense as to why this is. I'm glad that it's being restricted to just snapshots, as these are obviously just ideas that Mojang are playing around with, but I hope to God that this doesn't stick around.
Because, like, from our reactions both not being good about it, I hope that the rest of the community doesn't like it either, and that Mojang takes note that nobody likes it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there are some people who still like it better than some of the ideas in the 1.9 combat system, which is a fair point. But
a lot of them are just
again,
bullshit,
1.9,
and I don't like them.
Yeah, but and again, like 1.9 system again isn't perfect, but it's in my opinion the best combat system we have now, especially with how it interacts with the hunger system, the health system.
It's so well thought out.
Items and weapons are used. Yeah, and also I forgot to mention to you.
What?
Because I think this was a follow up reply to my own comment later on, but critical hits are gone. So
They're
now,
what?
Now and yeah. So mandatory recharge of weapons is gone. Now you only need to recharge it for a quote unquote special attack, which only really adds like an extra block of range, which is the dumbest thing.
That is so bad. Crits.
It is the
critical hits are just.
Crits are the best thing in the 1.9 system.
Like, it also, like, when you're trying to surprise an enemy in, like, they don't know where you are and you, like, fall onto them and attack them, not only does it surprise them, it does more damage. Whereas, if you just get rid of crits in general, then, like, you've just vastly underpowered the... it's worse now. I don't like it.
Actually, I could be very, very wrong about this because I don't have much experience with like pre 1.9, but I'm pretty sure the falling critical hits was still a thing. But having a mandatory recharge for you to have to do that completely balanced it out and made it a lot. It basically tamed it a lot more, refined the combat system, and made it to where you can't just kind of keep spamming while jumping and do like just so much damage to where no one can really do anything about it. And though again there is a niche for that, and I completely understand it, and I get why Hypixel still uses it because it is fundamental for a lot of their mini games. I personally do again think that the 1.9 system builds on it a lot, refines it a lot, and just makes it a much more thought out system.
Yeah.
And a system that you need to think out a lot more before you can effectively use it, which in my opinion is a very, very good thing.
I feel like combat being complex is why there's so many people good or so many people bad at it.
That's what makes it so satisfying
to
then get good at it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And that is... Yeah.
If you make combat so simple and so bad, nobody's gonna want to be good at it, and the people who are just won't really be good at it anymore. They'll just be be someone who does do combat.
It's like, again, it's like how your analogy earlier, how like the jump height was just oh so slightly increased.
Yeah, in 1.16, yeah.
I think that was mainly meant for parkour, but it does have a very slight change to well, not too slight, but it does affect combat a little bit. And that's what I'm saying, like with all of these systems kind of being intertwined with one another. If you change one, in ways that negatively affect it, it will negatively affect many other things in the game.
Yeah, because like everything in the game uses the same like actions, like parkour and combat. Both use like jumping, running, like the same core aspects. If you change one thing to help another like thing, like if you change jump height or speed or whatever to help parkour, you better be expecting it to affect combat too.
Yeah. Though I do think that for parkour, the extra jump height does make some crazy things, like especially ladder parkour, like much easier. And I do think that it like that is a good thing, because with how tight it used to be before, it's just like you could only do it if you were the absolute best. But now you can do a lot more interesting things with it, and that helps broaden how parkour is handled. That opens up possibilities, and that is what makes it good. With the new combat system, it's the complete opposite, in my opinion. It dumbs it down so much, and it makes the game so much easier in so many different ways. I can't support I just can't support the combat system that's being worked on right now. I do hope that a lot of these ideas change, and that Mojang keeps, kind of learning from feedback, and hopefully they can get something that's, that makes everyone happy while still being a really good combat system. Because I think what we're going to be getting, by the looks of it right now, will not make many people happy.
Yeah.
With when 1.17 comes out.
But
Also, completely unrelated, I think the Warden would be a lot more effective if his movements were more stiff. I get they are having a lot of fun with animating the newer mobs, but I think they're having a little too much fun, not gonna lie. Like for the Strider, I like its little wobble, like it makes it unique, but like don't make it so drastic on the Warden. It kind of makes him not scary.
Okay. If I'm honest, the Warden is too overpowered. Because it can spawn in biomes that like newer players that have like only found iron like can easily get to. In the Minecon Earth like thing where they were showing off the Warden, and like it did a few hearts of damage with netherite armor.
Yeah, full netherite.
Full netherite did a few hearts. That is so overpowered.
Here's my thing though. Here's my thing though.
All right.
I think the general idea for the Warden is an absolutely fantastic idea for like a scary mob in the game. And with how they are increasing world height generation, and how they are deepening the caves, and all that, adding so many different new layers to it, and having the absolute lowest layer be where the Warden resides. I like the idea of it, though. Yes, I do feel it could be just the slightest bit, the slightest bit nuffed, with the idea that you're supposed to sneak around it and supposed to not make any noise. Like if you're crouching and you fall, like I don't think. I think that unless you actually take fall damage, I don't think the skulk sensors are going to pick that up, and neither will the Warden.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that would mean that you would have to fall from 3 blocks.
That is true, but also keep in mind you can use snowballs to distract them and guide them away, and then and if you get them far enough, you can pretty much just like sprint away and be perfectly fine. But and again, I do like the idea. Again, maybe do a slight bit less damage, because for full netherite,
that is way too much.
That is insane. That is insane.
Like people going down there might have a diamond pickaxe.
In my opinion, with full netherite, 4 hearts max. 4 hearts max.
That is way too much for full netherite.
For how the Warden is supposed to be as a mob, doing 8 hearts of damage with full netherite is insane. Doing less than that, having it to where you can at least be, not two shot with full netherite, that would help balance it out a hell of a ton. Especially with like if you have like diamond and stuff, you could maybe get away with that again. Iron, that would be a guaranteed two shot, which makes sense. Again, it is a very large mob. If you find a small cave, you will be able to get away from it. There are so many ways you can avoid it, but you still need to be careful. And I do think that again, with nerfing the damage, maybe having it do like half the damage that it does now, that would make it so much better. That would balance it out completely, in my opinion.
Can I say?
Because I still think it should do a lot of damage, especially for the type of mob that it is and the idea behind it. But it shouldn't do that much.
Yeah, but can I also just say, where it spawns is not good. It's so narrow, so it's gonna be hard to like run past it. If they made the caves a smidge wider, and also just making it do less damage, and if it's going to do a lot of damage, make it not attack fast.
I'm fairly certain that they will indeed be improving the generation for that, because what we've saw again is just more testing of their systems. They're not final. They have been confirmed not final, obviously, as we're not getting this until like summer of next year.
Which is stupid.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense for an update adding as much new generation as this. Like, this is different from adding just like a new biome. This is changing stuff for every single chunk of the game, somehow having them all be interconnected with no separation. With exclusive things for multiple different biomes. Again, new ores, new cave generation, drastically new cave generation.
Can I just say though,
difference in world height, making for even more caves that they need to account for in terms of generation.
Yeah.
I do understand it'll take a very, very, very long time to add a lot of these things in. And I am glad that we are getting snapshots still. The snapshots are definitely fundamental for making us, very much excited for the next update.
And also it gives YouTubers a platform and Twitter users a platform to test the update, give Mojang feedback so that they know, hey, people don't like that the warden does like a bajillion hearts of damage. Maybe we should nerf it a smidge.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I just love the idea of the spyglass. I get it's like, again, it's completely irrelevant when you have Optifine, but
the what?
It's fun. It's the spyglass, I guess the telescope, where you can use it to kind of zoom in.
Oh yeah, it's very irrelevant if you have Optifine.
Though again, I do like the little design that it has for when you use it, and how you actually have like a custom like player animation for using it. I don't think I've explained how I feel about bundles.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what you thought about bundles, because right now they're very broken. You can clone stuff with them.
I don't know, because right now they have confirmed that a lot of things, like a lot of bundles, they will only be if they are filled with an item that only stacks to one. That bundle is full, so you cannot stack unstackable items within a bundle. I am very happy about that, at least. So again, like you can't stack totems. You can't stack more than 16 ender pearls, snowballs. Which snowballs, I don't know why they're not stackable to 64.
I honestly don't either. It's
dumb.
Weird.
Especially again, like I love how they actually have a combat like thing now, and like they can.
Yeah, snowballs are actually getting a use now, other than just like being fun.
Yeah. Well, again, with 1.17, they were already getting use, again, like, with the warden and stuff. But, like, for having a combat, like, thing, and by what I've seen in the video, again, so they ignore shields, but they still don't do any damage. So they're at least able to deal knockback when you have your shield up. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't think...
It makes shields less
I still don't know
overpowered.
how to feel about that, honestly. Well, yeah, definitely. But also... Well, here's the thing, too. Shields have been changed, as well. So... They don't block all damage anymore. They only block I think they only block, like, I think it was 5... Like 2.5 hearts of damage. So, like, 5 damage in total. Before, like, extra damage is done to the player.
You wanna know? I
that
wish.
seems fair to me.
Because first of all, that is not nearly enough.
No, I get that. No, actually, I might be wrong about that. Let me actually check again, because I do know, again, like, if a zombie be attacking, he can't do shit. But
Although I do wish that the axe wasn't so overpowered against the shield. I will be honest.
yeah, I get that.
I feel like after 2 hits it should be broken, or not broken, but like not functional for a little bit like it normally is right now. It shouldn't be 1 hit.
Yeah.
It should be possibly 1 hit, but definitely 2 hit. Like there should be a chance that it stops working after 1 hit, but 100% of the time after 2 hits. That could be so interesting for combat. Like axing a shield and then it having a chance of stopping working for a little bit the first time, but then definitely not working the second time.
I think. Well, here's the thing. I think, if I remember correctly, I think they stated that the shield, like the basically the restoration of being able to use a shield. I think it's been. I don't know if it's been higher or lowered, but I think it's about like 2.5. I think it's like a few seconds now. Not, or like 2.5 seconds. I think is what it is. No, 5 seconds. Which that isn't that long compared to like how it is. I think. I think that might be a little bit shorter. I'm not entirely.
I think
sure.
it's a little
I don't
shorter,
know how
but
long it
that's
is now.
still acceptable.
Yeah. Like that's one thing that I'm pretty okay with. I think the new shield changes are definitely good. I like the new changes to the shield. That's the one thing that I almost completely agree with. Again, that depends on how much damage it blocks. So, give me a quick second. I will check on that. So, okay, so I just kind of muted myself on Audacity so I can check this real quick.
All right.
Because it'll play the audio from the video if I don't do that. So you talk.
Okay, am I gonna have to do cheese.com? Where's chese.com? For the audio listeners, he's muted on Audacity. So I'm going to list off different cheese things like I always do until he comes back. Gouda. Brie. American. Pecorino. Forgive me if I don't say this right. Pecorino Romano.
Okay, I'm back.
Cheddar.
And I was right.
Okay.
Cheese.com.
Manchego.
Stop.
Smoked Gouda.
No,
Okay,
stop,
we're good.
Okay, so I was right. The shield only does block 2.5 hearts of damage, but also
That's weird.
it does activate instantly. So like if you use it, there's not like a slight delay to it actually functioning. And also it activates automatically while crouching, but you can turn that off in accessibility settings.
Also, I feel like you shouldn't be able to hold the shield forever. Like forever and ever and ever, and like block. Like over, like just keeping on blocking. I feel like that's overpowered.
Yeah, I get that. I do think that definitely should be a while, but not
Yeah, it
forever.
should be a while, but
as again, the axe does negate the usage of the shield.
yeah, but like
But yeah,
interesting concept would be like you getting tired of holding it up the entire time.
yeah.
So like
yeah,
after
like having your arm get tired. So maybe after after let's say 10 seconds of continuously holding it up, you can't use it for a couple seconds.
yeah,
That would be fair.
I feel like it should be longer than 10 though.
That would and like
I feel like it'd be longer than 10 though, like maybe 15 or 20.
I don't know, but that would I don't know.
I don't know. It's up
It's
for
like,
them to decide, really.
With PvP right now, like no one's really gonna hold it up for 10 seconds, and if they are, then they're just
Yeah.
like, but I do think that would also definitely force faster combat, which a lot of people feel should be pushed a little bit with the new combat system. And yeah, well, I do think it is a little slow. Again, it is mainly strategic, and that's my main thing about it. You're supposed to think about what you're doing, not necessarily just start wailing.
Yeah.
So having it be slowed down with all the new systems definitely gives more time to let players think, okay, what am I going to do? And the faster you actually think of that, the better you will do in combat. And that is perfectly fair in my opinion. And I'm going to say this now. I am not good at PvP. That is because I am not a very good thinker, and I am completely okay with that. I need a lot of practice with stuff like that. So, and again, like with me not being good at it at all and still being a major proponent of it, I think that kind of tells how well I think it is designed as a system on its own.
Yeah.
Again, not perfect, but definitely the best we have so far, and could be improved in a couple places. If Mojang play their cards right. But that's all the ranting I have for all that.
Yeah.
I think we ran out of ideas for the episode, so I think we're gonna end it here.
Yeah, my mom just texted me saying like are you guys still recording?
Not anymore. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. Go check out our other episodes if you haven't.
Yeah.
And just don't watch the first one because my mic audio is trash.
Watch the first one, but don't. Just don't. It's
don't watch the first one. Start with the second. That was like that was like when we actually started taking this seriously.
yeah. The second
Yeah,
onward should hopefully be the better quality ones. The
Yeah.
first one we just we resort to like
not only that, but again, like we already by the time the first one was released, we already had an episode recorded with the better mic quality, but also at the same time, we I don't know.
the only reason
yeah,
the only reason I uploaded the first one was just because we needed content.
True. Honestly, we do. Honestly, we need guests on the podcast.
Yeah.
We need to get some guests. I might have a couple ideas for people.
If you know us, I don't want to invite just random ass people that neither of us know really onto the show.
I know. I know a few fun people that I've been playing stuff with recently, and I think that they would definitely add an interesting sort of dynamic.
I would be
again,
definitely
that's-
up to having more people on the show.
yeah. But yeah, again, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Again, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye. Nuts.
Gouda by cheese.
Shut
Cheese.
the fuck up. Cheese.
Cheese.